Hello, my name is Ed Frawley. My wife and I own Leerburg. We've got a good Q&A here. Probably a common question about cloth muzzles on dogs. And the question is, can a dog still bite you or bite someone or bite another dog when it has a cloth muzzle on? So I'll read this question and then we'll talk about it. It said, "Hi, I have a 13-year-old terrier who is diabetic and blind. We recently visited a family member, a sister, who has two large rescue dogs, both with bite histories. Their owner trains them daily. They are mostly leashed when outside, except when she's outside with them. When we arrived for our visit, both of these dogs were off leash, but I didn't see the owner out and about. She was around the corner with her car. The female dog, her female dog, was wearing a cloth muzzle. I walked to the house with my dog on a leash. I noticed the female rescue dog charge up towards the porch. Since becoming blind, my 13-year-old dog is quite nervous, as you would expect. The female dog attacked my old dog on the porch, and she fought back, but she had a large gash on the side of her neck. The owner claims her dog couldn't have caused this bite due to the fact that the dog had a muzzle on, that my dog must have hurt herself during the fight. My question is, can a dog bite through a cloth muzzle enough to draw blood? And are both of these dogs at fault, my dog and her dog? For sure, a dog can bite with a cloth muzzle on. Hands down, we tell people that in the description, and we sell a lot of cloth muzzles, but we tell people these are not going to prevent a dog from biting somebody. They can get a hold of them because their nose sticks out of these muzzles, and they can go up and they can get a hold and they can really do some damage. Obviously here, I mean, put yourself, well, you can't put yourself in the position of a dog, but I feel so sorry for old dogs that are put into this type of a situation. Just think what was going through this dog's head. You know, it's blind, doesn't know where it's at, and all of a sudden this monster attacks us, attacks her and hurts her. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. This woman that owned this dog and claimed that the dog couldn't have done this is dead, stupid, wrong. I'm sorry. If it was a young dog, maybe I wouldn't feel so opinionated on this situation, but I feel for this 13-year-old dog. There are applications for a cloth muzzle. Groomers use them because they know how to handle dogs. They know how to stay away from getting bit. Using a cloth muzzle on a trip to the vet, that's okay because the vets know how to handle the dogs too. But to use a cloth muzzle in a scenario like this is the wrong application for a product. It's using a product for something it wasn't designed to do. We sell a ton of muzzles. I think the last time I looked, we have over 100 different sizes and styles of muzzles. And we'll put a few pictures here of the kind of muzzles that are available to people. We have a free video for people on how to measure their dog's head to pick the correct size of muzzle. And if anybody buys a muzzle from us, we have another video on how to condition your dog to wearing a muzzle where a dog doesn't mind having a muzzle on. Putting a muzzle on to a dog can be something good. Putting a muzzle on a dog can tell the dog, hey, I get to go for a walk. That's kind of cool. Get that muzzle over here, put it on there. Some of the muzzles can be training muzzles where there's an opening in the front that's large enough to pass food rewards through. So you can take your dog out on leash, and It may be a reactive dog and you're doing training on this and you can pass high-value food rewards through the front of the muzzle. So there's a lot of different muzzles to use, but we don't recommend using a cloth muzzle very often. Hands down, we don't recommend using them. There's nothing wrong with having several different kinds of muzzles. And I'm not trying to sell muzzles here because they have different purposes. The cloth muzzle has a purpose for a vet and a groomer. That's it. Not for when people come over to your house. Not for if you have a reactive dog and you're taking your dog for a walk. So I hope that helps.